Games today try to wow you with Ultra HD graphics, cinematic cutscenes, and pointless RPG mechanics that turn every shooter into a grindfest. What if I told you that graphics don't matter if the gameplay makes you feel something? Dagger Directive isn't trying to be the next big Hollywood FPS. There's no forced narrative, no press X to win moments, and definitely no bullet sponge enemies running at you in neon coloured armour. This is a game about execution, about planning, about surviving in a world where one bullet can end you. It's a game that doesn't just test your aim, it tests your decision making, your patience, and your ability to handle pressure. Because in Dagger Directive, every mission plays out differently. You plan, infiltrate, you adapt, and you extract, or you die trying. One of the first things I noticed about playing this game was the way it gets inside your head. It's not just about pulling the trigger, it's about controlling your nerves, managing the movement, and knowing where to act. You can actually hear your heartbeat get faster in combat. The more intense the fight, the more you feel it. It's weird because you don't even realise it at first, but it starts to push you. It starts moving faster, making you react quicker. Suddenly you're not just playing, you're in it. And there's the bullets. A near miss isn't just a sound effect. Your screen sort of flashes, your vision sort of distorts for a second. It's disorientating. It forces you to react. The game is making you feel the fight, not just watch it happen. Before the mission starts, before you even think about grabbing a weapon, you're given the most important tool in this game, intel. No flashy cutscenes, no NPC explaining things with forced dramatic voices over music, just raw data, because in Dagger Directive you don't follow a scripted path, you're given the intel and the rest is up to you. Every mission starts here, a simple text briefing, a set of images, a rough idea of what you're walking into. You know the objective, the location and the enemy presence. You can see a recommended route, but you're not locked into it. Look at the terrain, hills, valleys, open fields, water crossings. The game isn't telling you how to play, it's forcing you to make decisions before you even deploy. Do you take the high ground for a better view, risking longer exposure? Do you push through the suggested path route, knowing it's likely the most dangerous? Or do you go completely off course and carve your own path? The best part, your route determines your loadout, and that's where the armory comes in. Now, you're thinking like a soldier. You've planned your route, considered your approach. It's time to pick the tools to get the job done. The armory isn't just a room full of guns, it's a decision-making space. Do you take a sniper? Do you take an SMG? Are you looking for long range? Are you looking for tight quarters? Do you bring a suppressed pistol for silent elimination? Or are we packing heavier firepower, knowing we might need to go loud? Your mission plan directly affects your loadout. There's no one-size-fits-all here. And then there's weight. A heavy loadout means more firepower but slower movement. Lighter gear lets you stay mobile, but you'll have to be precise with your shot. Even the attachments you choose affect things like bullet velocity, drop rate, recoil, handling. But you don't get that detail, you learn from experience. So now, you're not just playing a game, you're strategizing, you're planning, you're prepping, and when you think you're ready, you realise you still need to do the training. Movement keeps you alive, but shooting gets the job done. And the best place to hone your skills, the training range. This isn't just about testing weapons, it's a full-fledged boot camp, and your instructor, let's say, doesn't tolerate failure. This is a place you can come back time and time again to get your aim right and practice a little bit more if you need it. The moment you step in, or off your helicopter, the drill sergeant's there commanding you. He's telling you where to go, he's calling out numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, targets are flashing up in front of you, demanding instant reaction. Hit them fast or hear about it. Miss too many and you'll know. You start with your pistol, getting a feel for the accuracy under pressure. Then it's SMG, AR, rifles, testing recoil, rate of fire, how fast you can snap between targets. And the thing is, it gets serious. Grenades, you're not just throwing them, you're learning how they actually work, because here, shrapnel is real. Get too close and you'll feel it. Underbarrel grenades, rocket-propelled shells, they're not just for show, you're learning how to use them effectively, because in the field, every shot counts. But the real test for me was the sniping. Grab your binos, find the range manually, adjust your scope, and then take the shot. There's no instant lock-on, no assist, you either calculate it right or you hit nothing. And if you take too long, the drill sergeant lets you know exactly how badly you screwed up. And suddenly, what started as a simple training exercise becomes competitive. You're pushing yourself to be faster, more accurate, to prove you've got what it takes. The speed, the intensity, the pressure, it all adds to the immersion. And then after what feels like the toughest test yet, the drill sergeant finally gives you the go-ahead. Now, soldier, you're ready to go. Each mission in Dagger Directive follows a simple but effective structure: insertion, execution, extraction. The challenge: nothing ever plays out the same way twice. You start with your selected loadout, you deploy to the mission zone from the aircraft carrier by chopper. Your first steps matter. You land at a predetermined spot, but the route from there really is completely up to you. Now, it's about completing your objectives. These could be eliminating targets, sabotaging infrastructure, securing intel, or neutralizing enemy forces. And this is where the game differs. You're not given it step by step. Instead, you get a list of objectives, the map, and how you handle them is up to you. Want to clear an entire compound? Go loud, fight through enemy waves, control the battlefield, prefer to sneak in, get the job done, disappear. It all works if you're fast and quiet enough. Enemy forces aren't static, they react to your actions. If you engage one patrol, others will respond. If they find a body, they'll go on alert. Firefights escalate if you don't manage them. Missions are unpredictable, forcing you to adapt on the fly. And then, once the job is done, you need to get out. And this is where, normally, a cutscene, a mission end video sequence, not here, it's just part of the mission. You get to the helicopter, you get away, you get out. The mission isn't over until you're safely out of the zone and back at your ship. This is why it works. Missions in Dagger Directive feel organic because the game isn't holding your hand. You're given the tools, the map, the objectives, but everything beyond that is down to your strategy, your skills, and your ability to adapt. This means every mission can be different. Even when we're playing the same one, different approaches lead to different experiences. Maybe last time you infiltrated at night with suppressed weapons, but this time you're going to go in at the day and assault the enemy head on. The freedom to decide makes every mission feel fresh. At the end of the day, Dagger Directive is good fun. It's a simple game, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. It doesn't try to be a big budget cinematic shooter. It's not here to blow you away with hyper-realistic visuals or scripted Hollywood set pieces. It just wants to give you a great gameplay experience, and for me, it does. The polygon-style graphics, well, that made me feel nostalgic, like playing the old-school Delta Force games. For me, it was like stepping back in time, but with modern mechanics underneath. The game might look simple, but the gunplay, the AI reactions, movement and physics are all running on solid modern day tech. And that's what makes it refreshing. It's all about the gameplay. No grinding, no filler, just tactical missions where you plan, execute and extract. Simple but effective. It gets straight to the action and every mission feels like a challenge. I've had a lot of fun playing it, and I think if you're into classical tactical shooters, especially the ones that don't hold your hand, you'll probably enjoy it too. So, what do you think? Do we need more games like this? Have modern shooters gone too far into the cinematic fluff? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers! Bye. And before I forget, thanks to Caliber Collective for giving me the opportunity to play this game early and basically have a look and see what I think, and also Micropose for giving me the access. Cheers guys, thanks again, like, comment, subscribe, bye!